Well, it's week 1, day 1 of the LCS Spring 2024 split. I'm joined right now by Zeyzal with coverage brought to you by Alienware. Zeyzal, back in the LCS. Last time I interviewed you, you were on DSG, and you're with a brand new org. What has all of this been like? Take me through the experience of coming into the LCS and joining Shopify.
I guess the main thing has been it's a lot of old feelings more than new feelings because I have experienced this all before, and so it's nothing new. And the type of setup we're doing is like team housing right now, so I'm used to that too. It's kind of just coming back to 2019, 2018, 2020 feelings, and I mean it's much nicer than playing remote on DSG and without the resources and ACL. So it's really good to be back.
Well, I'm sure that it's been a long time coming in your mind. Was there ever a concern in your mind that you would not make it back in?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely considered I streamed for like 8 months of 1 year, and I was like planning to stick with that, but then I ended up coming back to coaching for C9, and I'd say both of those, like, I wasn't necessarily planning on coming back as a player, and I was mostly just playing solo queue for fun, but obviously, like, that ends up with I was able to keep my skills up just owning some noobs in our great solo queue environment.
I mean, you're going to be more in that environment now in this year because of the live patch thing. Is that weird to come back to the LCS and now have it on live patch?
I probably would have preferred that, but in the beginning, right? But now it's like, yeah, it's definitely weird since I almost feel like it always should have been this way, even in pro, because in the end, the game we're playing, it's like, yes, we're playing a game and it should stick the same for playoffs, but it's an ever-evolving game, and that should be reflected in the pro play people watch. So I think the week-to-week, it's always being live is good, but I'm not, like the playoffs thing, I think staying the same is right. It's hard to say, but I'm happy for it, honestly.
You're happy with the way it's been implemented, it sounds like.
Yes. Yeah. My only real concern would have been if playoffs or worlds had changing patches.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you talked a lot about, you guys are doing a team house situation. Do you prefer that to like apartments, or like were you given the option to do apartments? How did that come about? Yeah,
so there's technically the option to do apartments, but most of us are in the team housing right now. Yeah. I personally prefer team housing. It just kind of takes away the normal life concerns. You just do nothing but League of Legends, and you're surrounded by fellow League of Legends players all day, and there's like a bit of peer pressure, like whoever leaves the latest, they gets somewhat shamed, and it's not really healthy, but it's the Cloud9 way, and I've been doing it for so long that it's like it's what I prefer too.
Okay. And is everybody in the house right now, or does anybody live outside it?
Everyone except Turtle, since Turtle already had pre-existing accommodation, but he pretty much is with us all day too, so.
He might as well be living there, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, he gets there at, like 8:30 and leaves at like 10 p.m.
What has it been like to work with like the Shopify Rebellion team, like the management, GM, and all those folks?
It's been very easy. They're honestly quite a bit more hands-off than I'd expect for a new org. Like, when you come into a new org, they're either going to go two routes, which is like do nothing, let you find your natural groove, or like try to set expectations. They've been very open to just letting us do what we need to do while providing resources. So we have PT, we have people coming in the morning for gym and things like that.
Okay. Do you enjoy that? Because I know it was always kind of controversial on the C9 side when they made everybody do like jogging in the morning and all that stuff.
Yeah, so it's pretty similar to C9. So I'd describe C9 as like 45 to 50 minutes of like moderate workout, nothing insane, but that's pretty much what we're emulating, and that I think that's what I prefer, because I mean, I don't want my teammates waking up 5 minutes before scrims and things like that. I think this is just the right way to do it.
That's awesome. Where do you think Shopify Rebellion sits amongst the different teams in the LCS from like a tier list power rankings perspective?
I think so far we've only played one game, and I think this game was very winnable. and we're a roster that technically don't have all of our starters, although Turtle played great today. I think that I would give us a solid 4th place right now. I would like to reach higher, but we're still building up, and we're doing all right in scrims. I mean, it's different coming from, like being the top of your league, where you kind of just like farm all the other teams in that league. And now I'm like kind of being humbled a little bit, not terribly, but definitely it's a different environment.
There's a skill difference between challengers and LCS.
I'd say that there is, but it's not on average. It's like the top players in NACL are like average LCS players right now, I'd say. But then like you have the top LCS players who are significantly better than the top NACL. And also like they kind of stick to one team, like it's easy to get all the top players on one team because there's just incentive to join when you already have a strong roster.
That makes sense. All right, well, again, welcome back to the LCS. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Thank you all who supported me on this long journey, and I hope you continue to do so. And yeah, just bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zeyzal. It's great to have you back. Looking forward to seeing you play some more throughout the rest of the split. And for everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. It's a new year, and not only does that mean a new season of the LCS, but it also means new Alienware products. You got to check out the new Alienware M16R2. It just got announced, and this notebook is beautiful. The M16R2 has been redesigned to be 15% smaller than its predecessor. It comes with up to an NVIDIA RTX 4070 GPU, and it's easier to travel with while still keeping your system cool while gaming with its new Cryotech thermal design for more efficient cooling. It has a stealth mode, allowing you to turn off RGB lighting and turn performance to quiet mode for more chill environments with a simple keyboard command. Thanks to Alienware for sponsoring this video, and be sure to check out the M16R2 in the description.